well known as the drug capital of the world. And along with that, all the violence and corruption, sin of every kind you can imagine. The violence was getting worse. The church was really feeling the pressure of what was going on.
The Orjuela Rodriguez family, which are heads of the Cali cartel, during that period of their control over the country and cocaine and exportation involving, they said, 500 million a month.
People would die easily. If you were riding around in a car and there was a confrontation, it was a miracle if you or the driver weren't killed.
Following a disagreement, Julio pulled out of the already weak Pastors Association. But then he realized he was contributing to the disunity.
God spoke to him and told him, you don't have the right to be offended. And you have to forgive. And he took that message and he realized, he said, if I'm going to reflect Jesus, I cannot be offended anyway. In '95, we had our first all-night prayer meeting.
Diciendo, Cristo vive!
Did you feel the mountains tremble?
And they prayed against principalities and powers. They prayed for unity. They believed in God to see him move in the churches.
After these major prayer events, united prayer events were going on, that's when we started seeing the results.
And 10 days later, the first drug lord fell. 7 top drug lords, 6 had fallen in those 9 months when we really started praying together.
The whole spiritual atmosphere of the city of Cali has changed.
While Julio was encouraged by God's handiwork, he faced opposition in his own backyard. A neighbor, angry over disputed property rights, threatened to kill him.
So Julio said, I'm going to fast and pray until I know what's happening. So he was fasting, and on the 3rd day, God spoke to him, and he said, he will do you great damage, but from what he does, the revival in Cali will spring forth.
I want to tell you people, this is a very dangerous thing that we're doing here tonight.
In shock and struggling to understand God's purposes in this tragedy, hundreds of Christians gathered at Julio's funeral, including many pastors who had not even been speaking to each other.
And all the pastors came forward, and we embraced each other, and we made a covenant of unity, saying that we would not let things get between us.
Today, this covenant of unity extends to some 200 pastors and serves as the backbone of the city's high-profile prayer vigils. The revival Julio prophesied before his death has begun. As his family celebrates the church's newfound unity and the throngs of people coming eagerly to Christ, they are comforted and honored to have played a part.